We're a professional roofing contractor, so naturally we get a lot of questions about roof estimates or bids. Most questions tend to be about the roof price itself. Why a roof price is so different for the same roof? How do I compare those roofing bids or estimates? And is going with the lowest bid for my roof really risky? So let's go through the most common questions we get about roofing estimates and the cost of roof replacement, so you can ask good questions of your potential roofing contractor. First, why are roofing estimates so different? Why is one roofing bid $15,000 and another is $25,000 for the exact same roof? Because they're not the same roof. They just might look the same on paper. And I know that's frustrating to hear when you have, 3-4 bids in front of you that all say new roofs, they have a whole bunch of materials, but the prices are all thousands of dollars apart. But that is the truth. A price by itself doesn't mean anything. A lot of what you find online for typical roofing prices is just national average junk that has nothing to do with your specific area, like we're in Colorado. Or it's just a website trying to grab your phone number. But even 3 real local bids will spread out. And that spread is telling you something. It's 3 different scopes of work, all hiding behind some of the same generic roofing bid language. Now, the cheapest one is usually not the smart deal. It tends to be the smallest scope of work job. I don't recommend asking why one is cheaper. Ask what is actually in each of the estimates, and we're going to talk about exactly what to look for. How do I compare roofing bids? And how do I tell which bid is potentially the best deal? So it's easy to say just go line by line between the estimates. I've found when I write really detailed bids like that they can actually even create even more confusion. Now you have 3 13-page estimates with a ton of detail. So let's talk about a couple of key things to look for in a roofing estimate. And mind you, this is going to be for an asphalt shingle roof replacement. I think about this in 4 categories. First one is going to be your underlayment, okay? Are they using paper felt? Are they using a new synthetic underlayment? I recommend the synthetics, okay? But there can be some difference between different types of underlayment. Maybe another guy's using a really high-grade underlayment, and he has good reasons for doing that. Second category, and this is a big price mover, this is going to be leak barrier or ice and water shield. Most professional roofing contractors, if you ask them what would you put on your own house, they would insist on putting leak barrier or ice and water shield in valleys and on eaves. Now here's the thing, that's some expensive material. In my mind, I think it's completely worth it. If you had an estimate that didn't include it and one that did, those could already be thousands of dollars difference. Next is ventilation. So the easy question is, are you replacing the vents that are up there? A lot of roofing contractors will say, yeah, we're replacing maybe the slant back or turtle vents that are on the roof. But are they replacing the bathroom vents, the laundry vents, etc.? Just because someone says, oh yeah, I'm replacing the vents that are up there, a great question to ask is, do I have the right quantity and layout of vents that are up there? Maybe replacing the ones that are there isn't right. They should be adding to it or changing the design a little bit. Those are really pointed questions you can ask your contractor, because proper ventilation is going to completely change whether or not you're going to have warranty coverage from the shingle manufacturer. We go over that in other videos. Next category, the detail flashing. So this is a good example. This is step flashing. This is an 8x8 pre-bent step flashing. Now, material cost, it's really not that expensive. However, there's quite a bit of labor cost associated with installing this or replacing the step flashing that's already there. So a cheaper bid might include just leaving the old step flashing and then interlacing the new shingles between it. That's not something I recommend. And on a home that has a lot of roof-to-wall junctions where new step flashing is required, that can move the price by hundreds or thousands of dollars. Drip edge flashing. So this is the metal flashing that goes on the perimeter of the roof. Definitely look for this on your estimate. Now, where we work in Colorado, it's required by building code everywhere for the entire perimeter of the roof. Now, keep in mind, there's cheaper versions of this. The profile of the flashing is going to completely change how well it performs. I like to use a 2-inch by 4-inch drip edge flashing because it gets us much better results and there's much less risk for homeowners when it comes to water. One estimate includes cheap, small 2-inch by 1-inch drip edge flashing or something like that, and another one is 2-inch by 4-inch like this. You're going to see a price estimate difference of a couple $100s. So obviously, if we add up all of these categories, we can very quickly find $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 in price differences, even on an average size roof replacement. Is going with the cheapest roofing bid risky? It certainly can be. I would go into it with your eyes open because I've watched the cheapest roof turn into the most expensive one a homeowner ever bought. When a bid comes in thousands of dollars under everybody else's, good reputable bid, it's almost never that roofing company found some magic savings that nobody else knows about, right? They probably left something out. There's tear-off details, the flashing, higher quality shingle, ventilation, or even something like workers' compensation insurance. If a roofing crew is on your roof with no workers' comp insurance and someone does get hurt, then you, the homeowner, can be on the hook for it, and there's some liability there. Then you add to that the potential callbacks and the leak that shows up, 2 winters later when those guys are nowhere to be found. Sometimes a smaller, cheaper scope genuinely might be the right call for your budget, and that is fine. And maybe everyone else just kind of overbid it or did something inappropriate, and the cheap guy's the right decision. But it should be a decision that you make on purpose, knowing exactly what you're getting and not getting, and not a surprise you find out about when it's raining in your living room. So when you see a huge range of estimates, don't anchor yourself to the lowest number and then compare everything based on that really low price. That might be a bid that you want to throw out. You can always get more roof estimates, hopefully from me. Start asking roofing contractors, why are you doing it that way specifically? If they don't have a good answer, it's kind of a red flag. I'm Patrick with WestPro Home Exteriors in Longmont, Colorado. I hope this video was helpful, and if you want more informative videos on the roofing materials that we prefer and comparisons, guides, price breakdowns, repair versus replacing your roof, we've got a lot of information, so you can subscribe and check out our other videos.